He was bullied, broken, and ignored, yet he dreamed of building a new world. From South Africa to Silicon Valley, every success came with betrayal and chaos. He lost everything: money, power, even friends, but refused to give up. Loved by millions, hated by millions more, he turned failure into domination. This is the untold story of Elon Musk, the genius who blurred the line between vision and madness. Elon Musk was born in Pretoria, South Africa, in 1971, a quiet, introverted boy who often felt like an outsider in his own world. While other kids laughed and played, Elon found comfort in the soft glow of his computer screen. He was bullied relentlessly, beaten until unconscious once, and ridiculed for being different. Home wasn't much of a refuge either. His father, though intelligent, was cold and volatile, a man Elon would later describe as a terrible human being. But inside that chaos, something extraordinary was forming. A mind that didn't just want to fit in, it wanted to change everything. When most children dreamed of toys, Elon dreamed of planets. He believed that if the world around him was broken, he could build a new one. In his teenage years, he developed a fascination with technology and space, reading obsessively about science fiction and physics. By the time he was 12, he had already created and sold his first video game. But his real obsession wasn't money, it was escape. Escape from a country divided by apartheid, from family trauma, and from the feeling of being trapped. America became his dream, the land where great things were built. So in the early 1990s, he left South Africa with little more than a backpack and a belief that destiny awaited him on the other side of the world. His journey began in Canada, where he worked odd jobs, shoveling dirt, cleaning boilers, anything that paid enough to keep the dream alive. Eventually, he made it to the University of Pennsylvania, where he studied physics and economics. But classrooms couldn't contain his ambition. The internet was booming, and Elon wanted in. By the mid-1990s, he was in Silicon Valley, a world that moved at the speed of light and rewarded those who could see the future before anyone else. That's when Zip2 was born, Elon's first startup. It was an online city guide for newspapers, a digital map to the future before Google even existed. Elon worked around the clock, sleeping on the office floor and showering at the local gym. Investors started to notice his brilliance, but they didn't trust his leadership. When the company began to succeed, the board replaced him as CEO, saying he was too young and inexperienced. It was his first real taste of betrayal. Yet, when Zip2 sold for over $300 million, Elon walked away with $22 million of his own and a promise to himself, never again would he let anyone take control of what he built. With that money, Elon launched his next venture, X.com, an online banking startup that aimed to revolutionize money itself. It later merged with another company to form PayPal. But once again, success came wrapped in conflict. Power struggles erupted among co-founders. Elon's aggressive vision clashed with others who called him reckless. Then, while on vacation, the board staged a coup. He was fired as CEO without warning. It was another public humiliation, and another wound that would shape him forever. In his mind, trust was dead. From that day on, Elon decided that control was everything. In 2002, he took his PayPal fortune and made a move that most people called insane. He poured nearly all his money into two impossible dreams, SpaceX and Tesla. Rockets and electric cars. Two industries known for bankruptcies, not breakthroughs. But Elon was fueled by something stronger than logic, obsession. He wanted to make humanity a multiplanetary species, to end our dependence on fossil fuels, and to prove that one man could drag the future forward with sheer willpower. The world laughed. The media mocked him. Even his friends thought he'd lost his mind. Then came the failures. SpaceX's first 3 rockets exploded, one after another. Millions of dollars gone in seconds. Tesla was drowning in debt, its cars mocked as expensive toys. Investors pulled out. Employees quit. Journalists predicted his downfall. Elon was on the edge of financial and emotional collapse. There were nights he wept alone, uncertain if he could go on. But when everything seemed lost, one final rocket, Falcon 1, succeeded. It reached orbit. SpaceX was saved. And just as Tesla was about to die, a last-minute investment came through on Christmas Eve. Both companies survived by inches. It was the closest Elon Musk ever came to losing everything. But survival only made him more determined. Over the next decade, SpaceX made history with reusable rockets. Tesla became the symbol of a new era of clean energy and electric power. Elon Musk was no longer just a name, he was a force of nature. Yet with fame came controversy. His every tweet made headlines. He attacked journalists, mocked short sellers, and posted unpredictable messages that crashed markets. The infamous "funding secured" tweet led to an SEC lawsuit that forced him to step down as Tesla's chairman. Still, he refused to apologize. To Elon, rules were obstacles meant to be broken. As his companies grew, so did the criticism. Former employees described him as a demanding perfectionist, brilliant but brutal. Supporters called him a visionary, critics called him a tyrant. His personal life became chaotic, public relationships, online feuds, strange baby names, and social media battles that blurred the line between genius and madness. Then came one of his most controversial moves, the purchase of Twitter. He fired thousands of employees, rebranded it as X, and turned it into his personal platform for free speech and chaos. To some, he was defending liberty. To others, he was destroying a public institution. Elon didn't care. He once said he didn't care about money, only about the survival of civilization itself. And somehow, you could almost believe him. Behind all the controversy lies a man obsessed with the future. Musk dreams of colonizing Mars, building AI that benefits humanity, and creating a future where humans can merge with machines. He works almost without rest, pushing himself and everyone around him beyond human limits. To him, fatigue is weakness, and failure is temporary. He once said that he'd rather die on Mars than live without purpose. For Elon, the mission isn't just business, it's legacy. Today, Elon Musk stands as one of the most powerful and polarizing figures in the world. Admired by millions, hated by millions more. The richest man on Earth, and perhaps one of the loneliest. From a bullied boy in South Africa to the architect of the future, his story is one of ambition, obsession, and chaos. He built rockets that return from space, cars that drive themselves, and platforms that shape global conversation. But he also built enemies, scandals, and storms that never stop following him. Elon Musk didn't just build companies, he built controversy. He became a mirror reflecting humanity's best and worst impulses. He embodies progress and arrogance, vision and destruction, genius and madness all at once. And maybe that's the cost of changing the world. Because Elon Musk didn't just change it, he disrupted the very idea of what a human being can become.